So this is Guysborough.
Like those yellow clapboards.
Oh, so quaint. I love how many communities are by the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Out here, anyway.
Well, it's very unique to Nova Scotia. Very few places I feel are like landlocked. There's always a lake or something.
True. I always wonder what draws people to different areas. How much of it is that that's where their family is or where their friends are,
or just the quality of life. They want something more remote and calming out of a busy urban area.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like permanent cottage life.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it that way.
Well, with so many people working from home now especially, it's like you can really love where you live and work where you live and have the perfect balance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's wonderful to see everyone. Good morning.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alicia.
I'm Glenn.
Nice to meet you.
Tyson.
Hey, Tyson. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for coming all the way to downtown Guysborough.
We're excited to.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I had seen stuff on social media about the authentic seacoast, but this is our first time getting down to see it in person.
Yeah. So, we'll show you around. There's a lot involved. I mean,
It certainly looks like it.
yeah, as consumers have often. I mean, they have no concept of how something is made, and it's kind of fun to share our experiences and knowledge with other people who have a passion for what we're doing. So, and it's been. Well, I'm the brewmaster.
Are you?
Hi, I'm the distiller, brewmaster, coffee roaster. Whatever.
I can't wait to see your business card with all of those things listed on it.
The amount of hats you wear.
Yeah, a lot of hats.
It's certainly impressive.
So every bottle of spirits or every bottle of a beer I make. So, and roast every single bean of coffee. So it's a busy day.
So what brought you, out of all the places you could have visited and then opened up businesses, why Guysborough?
Well, it's a 33-year journey. So came to Nova Scotia actually through my volunteer work with the Youth Hostling Association. And a good friend of mine was the president of the Nova Scotia Youth Hostling Association. He's a principal of a school in Dartmouth, and I was in Toronto and was the president of the Ontario Association, and I became on the national executive. And so he said, well, you've got to come out to Nova Scotia and let's go fly fishing together. So sure. So I didn't know the first thing about fly fishing, so off we went. Fished the St. Mary's, fished the Salmon River in Guysborough, caught my first salmon. Ooh. Put it back, of course, and then up to Cape Breton and the Marguerite, and holy cow, it was great. And then brought my wife, Charlene, and we, on a subsequent trip, and we cycled from Halifax to Sydney, and along the eastern shore, and what astonished me was, from Halifax to Sydney, along the eastern shore, you're cycling along, and on the left, forests, on the right, the ocean, and you're going through these beautiful fishing hamlets, and there's virtually nobody here. And holy cow, I mean, we're within, an hour and a half to Boston, 2 hours to New York, an hour and a half to Toronto, 4 hours to London. And where is everybody? And we've got this beautiful asset, the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and it just smells so good, and you're close to nature. So at the time, I was in a pretty stressful job on Bay Street, and I thought, oh man, this is just an amazing place. So it was a good trek up to Cape Breton on our bikes, so that was great when I was in better shape. But and then one day I see advertised a country cottage here in St. Francis Harbor on the other side of the bay, and 5-bedroom house on the ocean, built in 1857, and the price, and I couldn't believe the price, and so I phoned the fellow and I said, is this really, are you on the ocean? He says, yeah, I'm looking at it, and he says, we chatted, and
is it
and he told me what the
did someone die here?
Well, he told me the price, and I said okay. But he says he wasn't dickering, and I said that's okay. So next week I was there, and you know, the rest is history. One of the reasons for Fortress Rum and having product mature, the rum further matured at the Fortress, is to impart that je ne sais quoi, using French of course, the je ne sais quoi of the environment that exists at the Fortress of Guysborough. So you can get a PhD multiple times over on the whole art of maturation, whether it's in a cherry or oak, or how much char is on the inside of the barrel, the environment that the barrel is in. I just saw in Guysborough this incredible history and people, and you know, you look down Main Street and there's a building built in 1700 and something or other. There's a building built in 18 something or other. And wait a second here, we got to protect these buildings, and because it's part of the history of Canada, the history of Nova Scotia. And in the case of DeBar Manor Inn, it's the oldest inn in the province, built in 1837.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was built as the home of the Supreme Court Justice J.W.F. DeBar. And I can rattle on about DeBar. He was, or his grandfather. Super interesting. I could rattle on. Yeah, built in 1837. The place was abandoned. Nobody living in there, so acquired that. Fixed it up. It's now a 4.5-star place. And then there are 2 properties on Main Street, which became the Railroad Pub and the Skipping Stone. They were more or less abandoned. And then the golf course here was basically, it wasn't any investment being made. So I thought, well, we really need an experience and a product. The world will eventually discover this place. And so we brought all 4 properties up to a standard that I was comfortable with. You know, and it's a labor of love, no question. So we were primarily in the tourism and hospitality business, and we've been doing that for 20 years. When you combine kind of more of an outdoorsy experience in the glamping in the vineyard to the distillery house, which is more motel style, more hardwired, with the more elegant style of DeBar Manor, with a full menu and a wine cellar and all that jazz. You know, it's the spectrum of accommodations.
Absolutely.
You know, part of our ethos, or why we exist, is to provide meaningful, sustainable, long-term employment to people. And how do you do that? How do you do that when you've only got business for a short period of time? And I guess, you know, to a degree, there's a culture of being hired, work like hell, and then get laid off for a period of time. Okay, so the light bulb went on, and which is, okay, what can we do to transition our business from highly seasonal to more year-round and more sustainable? Because you know, sustainability is a big aspect in all shape, whether it's environmental sustainability or economic sustainability, or sustainability like, you know,
human sustainability.
Yeah, you know, like you know, the next generation of folks in the Atlantic Seacoast. So I think sustainability was super cool, super important. So the light bulb went on. I said, okay, what can we make here that can find other markets? And so, you know, when people come to Guysborough, when they put their hand on any of our properties and turn on the doorknob and turn it and open the door, and they look in and they say, holy cow, this is amazing. And what we needed to do was, but that requires telling people about Guysborough and marketing of it and et cetera. You know, we can deliver the experience and the product here. That's not, how do we transition to a year-round business?
So I think it's great for, you know, families stay here, and, you know, kids have the opportunity of feeding fish. It connects them to nature in an interesting way.
And so that led to, I love coffee, making beer. We have kind of
Yeah, walk us through the catalog.
a couple of things going on. So tourism and hospitality business, we have 3 properties. DeBar Manor, the oldest inn in Nova Scotia. Distillery House, which is across the street from the distillery, totally renovated in 2019. And then last year we launched glamping in the vineyard. So we have 10 yurts in our vineyard.
10.
10 yurts.
That is impressive.
10 yurts, yeah. And, you know, we'll be out and we'll show you around. And it's, to my knowledge, the only place in the world where you can glamp and listen to the grapes grow. So,
Sounds like good times.
yeah, so we have the tourism and hospitality side of things. And then we have manufacturing. And what we make, so in this building, it's a unique building in the sense that we're, to my knowledge, the only one in the world where we distill spirits, we make beer, we can produce wine, all under one roof. And then outside, we grow our own hops, and we have our own apiary. So we've got quite a, I don't know, 2 million bees or something going around pollinating our apple trees and everything else. So
You're really running all of the parts. Like
Yes.
everything you need. Like the fact that you even grow your own hops and don't get them from like brought in is mind blowing.
This section is mature trees, which are doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is absorbing our CO2. And we're going to keep it exactly as it is. We're not going to develop it or whatever. I purchased this to protect it.
2019, I bought a Canadian maple
Oh, I love
in
that.
Upper Tantallon, yeah. You know, part of obviously what we're up to is integrating the seacoast and the traditions and the heritage and the natural beauty into whatever we're doing. And authenticity is also super important to us. So whatever we do is grounded in some kind of reality. You know, we're not, you know, we sometimes are tempted to try and get off brand and try this because it may be super popular or whatever, but wait a second here. It's got to be authentic. It's got to speak to the heritage and the people here. So yeah, so what could be more authentically Canadian than maple syrup? So in addition to those products, we also have a bakery. So
You are speaking my language, sir.
we have a bakery.
I'm never leaving.
We have a bakery in town, and it's a commercial scale bakery. And one of the products that we have is our Fortress rum cake. So it's incredible. This is all you need to eat in a day. There's enough calories in here to keep you going, I gotta tell you. So anyway, so it's a Trinidadian style dark rum cake with enough alcohol in here to keep it fresh and for quite a weigh So I mean,
Well,
that
we're
was
here
made
for
in
the night,
February.
so we're good. No worry.
So
There.
let's have a taste of this,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it goes really well with virtually everything, and certainly including coffee. Your morning coffee, if you really want to try that. So,
Make a French toast version with it.
so I mean, on your travels in the trailer, this is definitely a
This will be a good staple to keep us
good
going.
staple to
kidding.
keep you going. So.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Okay, do we have other plates for
Yeah, let me
for the
pass some
crew?
around. All right.
All those folks
Oh,
working
that
behind
does
the
smell
scenes.
really nice.
I'm gonna have to ID you to make sure you're okay to eat this.
That's delicious.
But this was the golf course, and it is now a vineyard. And we're thinking of doing something interesting here. You know, I thought of an art studio here, or you know, because it's a wonderful place to paint.
Very
or
inspiring.
whether another yurting site, or it gets pretty windy here, so
Yeah. Yoga by the water.
yoga by the water.
If you come to a place with fresh eyes, you see, wow, the potential is amazing. I mean, the thing about this area is It's one of the oldest European settled communities in the country. In fact, it's the second one after Annapolis Royal or Port Royal was settled in 1629 by the Europeans. Obviously, First Nations were here many, many years before that, but as from a European perspective, it was, settled, almost, over 400 years ago. So, and it's got a really rich history, in terms of the original Acadians, the French, and then folks from the UK, and then Afro-Canadians up from the US and from UK and whatnot. So it's a really interesting place.
So the tasting bar, of course, is the best part of Glenfir's stays often. So what we'll do is walk you through a little spirits tasting paddle. We offer paddles or pints, or really however folks prefer. So we can start with our Fortress rum, which you heard from Glenn earlier. It has such a unique relationship with Parks Canada, and oak barrel aged on site there.
Look at that clarity.
And, yeah, beautiful amber to start. So I'll just get you a little pour here, and then we'll move on to the dark. Time to taste. It's the best part. Now you've seen how it's made by our distiller.
These are specially designed spirits glasses. They're called Glencairn glasses, and they're designed to, keep the spirit vapors in this area.
Oh, I see.
And generally, as a professional taster.
Whoa. Put it up to your nose and get your whole nose in there.
Yeah. I mean, this is 45% alcohol, and most alcohol or beverage alcohol on the spirit side is 40%. This is 45%. And when I'm distilling, generally, in order to really get the flavors, I'll add water just to open it up, and it does change the flavor profile. But most people would be taking Fortress rum neat. And so, you put your schnoz in first, swirl it around, and then you can definitely smell that. The other side of it, the other thing that people do is they'll swirl it around, and then because of if you put your schnoz in there, that alcohol does.
I could feel it here.
It hits you. So they'll sometimes do this.
Oh, yeah.
And
open the mouth, right?
yeah,
As
and
you breathe. It's got notes of caramel, fig, vanilla, toasted oak.
Definitely noticed the
You just
caramel.
went for it,
Yeah,
hey?
try it
Very
out.
smooth.
It's really good.
Yeah, super smooth.
No, we started off at 45%, and we'll try some things at less than that, but it's
You can taste the
How do you
caramel,
like
though,
it?
right?
Very smooth. And just to take you through this guy, I don't know if you mentioned the piping plover. So this is, I would say, the most Nova Scotian of the birds, because he's tartan clad there with his bagpipes proudly piping on Cape Breton cliffs in the background, and that's our coffee stout with full steam coffee, once again blending. And yeah, piping plovers are those. Have you ever seen them
Yes,
short
yeah.
still?
They're super
guys.
they're
Beach birds.
endangered, and
Yeah.
we've got to protect them, obviously, and it's all due to habitat loss, et cetera.
And I'll swap these guys because red ale is most recent. So Party Dover Blonde Ale, we wanted to balance out the whole flock, female, male, or colorful.
So-
I think you've made your way through almost our whole portfolio there. So yeah,
We're gonna have coffee next.
Cheers. Cheers.
I'm gonna need it.
Pour here.
It is a good thing we're here for the night.
Yeah, really though. Good thing we bring our house with us.
Okay.
I believe Glenn was saying that this is one of the oldest inns in Nova Scotia.
I think he said it is the oldest one.
Oh, wow. 1837. Oh, it's so beautiful in here.
Yes.
Well, we're glad to have you folks.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm Bonnie, and I'm going to be your server tonight.
Oh,
Nice
we're
to meet
so
you.
excited.
You come on in.
Thank you. Gosh, this is gorgeous.
And this is your table, and I'll be back with a wine list and your menus,
Thank you.
and some water, and some delicious bread that Anna bakes in the kitchen.
Well, we've heard about how great Anna is, so I'm very excited to be here.
All right, I shall be right back, folks.
Thank you so much. Oh my
That looks perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Fresh pepper?
I would
No, thank you.
love some, please.
Everything.
Every year? Okay, you say when.
That's great there. Oh, thank you so
Good.
much. That's perfect.
Enjoy, folks.
Thank
I'll
you.
be back to check on you.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Bonnie. I love salmon.
I'm glad we're doing the like 50-50 thing.
Actually, I'll cut
That
right here.
looks awesome.
This is your half.
That's really good. On the seasoning split.
I mean, we're cooking well in the Airstream, but this is.
Yeah, I mean, there's cooking well, and then there's this.
Chef Anna knows
We're
what's
not
up.
living the gourmet life in the Airstream. I'm ready. Oh man, that's good. Give me a bite of this.
I was gonna say, you're gonna love this. Hang on, I'm gonna get you the ice cream. Right?
Oh man.
Is this the famous Anna?
This is the famous Anna.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, it was such an incredible meal.
Oh, good, glad you liked it.
Oh, we loved it. Thank you so
Use the
much.
best.
No, every good kitchen, if you have a clean kitchen, you're not doing it right.
Oh, well, then we're doing it perfect.
Exactly. We can't wait to come back for breakfast tomorrow.
Good, good.
So how often do you get to have an experience like this?
Like a panoramic ocean view?
The
Not
whole
very.
deal.
All right, you go first. Let me tip this over.
I think the deck's pretty sturdy.
I meant the drink. Holy crap, that's hotter than I expected.
Is it?
But in a good way.
You're so graceful.
I know.
Oh, that is nice and warm. Oh, that's cooking. My God.
Yeah, that wood fire does not mess around.
What's your drink?
Yes, please. Talk about full service experience. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Guysborough.
This is hot.
Man, what a day. This has been incredible. I'm so glad that we came here.
You know what the craziest part of this experience has been? Is that every time Glenn showed us something, it was like, oh, that's amazing. He's like, but wait, just wait till you see this.
There's
and then
more.
there was another amazing thing. And another amazing thing. It was like a magician pulling the colorful sleeve out, and it just had no end. There's so many great things to do here.
It's true. I couldn't even pick a favorite.
There's too many things to do here to even remember to pick a favorite. Like, you could spend a week here
Yeah.
and love every minute of it.
Come again! Oh! It's a frenzy! Fish noise.
It's so cool seeing them like go down and then dive up.
My brother-in-law is gonna be like, where's that?
Oh, we're gonna go through all of it. Oh, we're